All right, welcome to episode 2 of Ronney Sports Corner. I'm Ronnie McKee right here, the host. I got my boy Sam Shields with me.
What's going on? What's
Today,
going on?
what's going on today? We're gonna be doing the NFC breakdown. The AFC breakdown was last week, so we're gonna break down NFC, given that NFL coming up next week. So let's go ahead and get this started. And today we're gonna start off with the NFC South. So you got the Falcons, the Panthers, Tampa Bay, and the Saints. So
Yeah.
we're gonna break this down. First, who you got winning the division?
Well, me, I think the Falcons got a fantastic chance. I think this is probably their only chance. I talked about it with a couple other people at my job, but I think if they want a real shot at making it to the playoffs and going deep, I think this year is definitely the chance for them to do it. Take advantage of the Saints not really having the greatest quarterback behind them. They do
If
have
I
a amazing.
You might say Derek Carr is the best quarterback in that division right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough. I haven't been able to see Bryce Young play completely. He's been looking real good, but yeah, Derek Carr, I'm not mad at that. The Saints also do have Chris Olave, who was amazing. Last year was he. Oh my goodness, I think he was one of my favorite wide receivers to watch. And mainly that's because I was always looking for him when he was on the field and when he was out there, he was making big plays. So, but I still got the Falcons. I'm interested to see what the rookie Bijan Robinson does. I know they hyped him up a lot. I wasn't too sold on him going so high in the draft. I thought they probably should have went defense, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a coach or anything like that, or delve too deep in being a GM. But and then two with the Panthers, Bryce Young, of course, is back there, so it's a rookie quarterback. Don't know how much I'm gonna put on him on his shoulders in order to get the ball out of his hands and into the white wide receiver's hands. I know they picked up a couple of pieces at wide receiver, probably not wide
DJ
receiver
Carr
one.
and
Yeah,
Adam Thielen.
and they picked up Adam Thielen from the Minnesota Vikings, which I think is a good option. Definitely a good pickup. He's going to run his routes. He's going to get open. He's gonna have for sure hands. So, and he's coming out of Minnesota State. I think that's a great pickup. And then lastly, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're kind of at the bottom. They'll be at the bottom for a little while. I don't know who's leading them at quarterback.
They said Baker. They announced Baker as a star.
Okay, so yeah, so Baker as a starter, kind of a shaky starter. I think Baker Mayfield has just been getting kind of passed around here and there, trying to find a team. He keeps landing on teams, so of course, that means coaches see something in him. We just haven't seen everything come out to fruition on the field. So, what you think? Who do you think has this division?
All right, so my breakdown is I do got the Falcons, but I'm biased. Being a
You are
Falcons.
biased.
Okay, so I'm gonna break down each team. The Bucks might have the most talent between the Bucks and the Saints. They have the most talent. The Bucks
I think the
have
Saints have the most, but yeah.
you might could say that because the Saints have a very, very dominant defense. Like their defense is there. You got the Bucks, they still have talent. The only thing they are missing is that quarterback, and that's sadly the most important position on the field. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they still got two wide receivers that's Pro Bowl wide receivers. You
Yep,
got Devontae David on defense with Shaquille Barrett. He's still there, ain't it?
I
I
believe
think
so.
yeah, I think so. I know he lost a few, like he probably lost a D tackle or something. I can't remember, but they got the most as far as like talent wise. They're pretty low with talent, so
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to just knock them off or whatever. And the Panthers, I just believe they're too young. The Panthers got talent as far as upcoming. They have talent upcoming because Bryce Young, even me being a UGA fan, I gotta admit he was pretty damn good at Alabama.
Yeah.
They got they wide receivers. I do believe they need to get wide receiver one. I think that's what's hurting them. They don't have a wide receiver one. Then you have their defense is pretty good. They young too. And you got, my pick, the Falcons. So my breakdown of the Falcons is basically addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
And me being a Falcons fan watching the games, I can let you know right now, Martin Mariota definitely cost us about 5 games. 5 games easily. I mean, I would break it down, but I'm not gonna waste everybody's time with this, but he definitely costed us 5 games. So that alone, let's just say Ritter, just don't throw a pick at the end of the game. Just keep the ball in your team's hand. You might go to playoffs just off of that alone. I don't know how many wins and losses we're gonna have this year, because keep in mind last year our division was easily the worst as far as wins and losses. Like
Mm-hmm.
we had 3 teams vying for a playoff spot, and all of them had losing records, if I'm not mistaken. So like I said,
It
I'm
was
gonna go
not
with the
good at
Falcons.
all.
I'm going with the Falcons, but my Falcons pick is biased. So I'm not going. When I break down later on in the year, hey, just know it was a biased pick. But I got the Falcons. I like Bijan Robinson. Only thing I don't like is they pick them top 10. Picking a running back top 10 is rare. So I need Adrian Peterson type. I'm not asking for a rookie Adrian Peterson type season, but at some point I'm going to need an Adrian Peterson type season.
Yeah,
You
and I'm
got
I'm, I'm interested to see how they use Bijan as well. Because like you said, I'm surprised they went running back. Of course, you want to take the best athlete off the board in the draft. So taking him, but who
I
also was
do
on the
think
board.
Jalen Carter was the best athlete on the board at that time.
Yep,
Keep in mind, Jalen
yep,
Carter was expected to go number 1 before everything happened. We're not gonna get into all that. But
yeah,
before everything happened, he was projected to go number 1. So it's hard for
yep,
us to just sit over here and say he wasn't the best prospect on the board. So
yep. And I was just about to get into that. Jalen Carter was up there, and who I thought they should have went with to help Grady Jarrett out as well on the field. On that defensive line, just to be more so attack heavy. I forgot where they ended off. I think they were in the bottom 10 for the run defense last
yeah,
season. So
yeah,
I just thought they
definitely.
should have probably went defense heavier, or that first pick, use it for that. Of course, we know Jalen Carter. Not trying to get ahead of ourselves, but he slips all the way to the
Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles. But then too, also, with them picking up Falcons picking up Bijan Robinson, they also had Tyler Algier, who had an amazing season last season,
1,000 yards.
which
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards. Yeah. So I was like, to see them pick up
You
another
know,
running back.
like I said, it's not me not believing in Bijan, because I do believe Bijan will be a great running back. It's the fact that they picked him top 10, given that you're addressing a strength of yours, you're not addressing a weakness. Your weakness
Yeah.
was, you get into a quarterback. Because other than Grady Jarrett, everybody else struggles to get to the quarterback. Given that Grady Jarrett is so dominant, he's getting double and triple team. Nobody
Yep.
else still can get to a quarterback. And then you got AJ Terrell on the backside. I like him. We had wild problems with our other corners other than AJ Terrell. So I would say pick up a corner also. I mean, we picked up Jeff Okuda through a trade,
Yeah.
got injured a few weeks ago. We got to see whether he's coming back or not. And I definitely like our pickup of Jesse Bates, Pro Bowl safety. So I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, we got some things working for us, but oh man, it's gonna be a tough season to watch. Like I said, I'm interested to see what Riri does, because I didn't get to see much of him last year, so I'm interested to see what he does.
Yeah, and how the front office talks about him. They're excited about him. Everybody believes in him. So we'll see how everything goes for him. And like I said, I got the Falcons. I might be a little biased as well, just being in Georgia and around a bunch of Atlanta Falcons fans. So I might be a little biased, but it's either going to be the Falcons or Saints to me. That's who I feel like we'll be pulling out of there.
All right. But we're gonna keep this thing rolling, because we limit on time. So we got the NFC North. All
Yep.
right, these are your guys. We got the Packers, we got the
Sir.
Vikings, we got the Lions, and we got the Bears. So go
Yep.
ahead, give your breakdown on each team and give your favorite.
Hey man, it's gonna seem a little biased just because my favorite team is the Vikings, but also too, I think we got a solid team. I still have us coming out of the North. I think we made a great addition with picking up Jordan Addison in the first round there, just to backfill Adam Thielen's old position. Don't want to get into all that extra stuff with Adam Thielen and probably how he felt. Don't want to speak for the man or nothing like that, but I think Jordan Addison is going to be a great addition. Watching him in training camp, he looks like he knows what he's doing, can run his routes, can catch the ball, does everything right. I'm happy we picked him up. He didn't look too happy when he got selected to us, maybe because it's just a little cold in Minnesota, or that's probably not where he's planning to go, or he's probably not. Exactly, and then too, he might not be an emotional guy because I haven't seen him crack that much emotion anywhere he's been once he's on camera, which I think I like just because it feels like he's getting straight to business. I think we still coming out. I think we're still trying to finalize some things with Danielle Hunter. I think he had something going on with his contract that he didn't like, where he got paid a lot of money up front. He's been doing well since.
I did just give T.J. Hawkinson the most money at the tight end, so. Yeah, you need some money for Justin Jefferson next year. Just to let you know.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna. I think everybody's gonna get paid how they need to get paid. We did it when Kirk Cousins originally came. We paid him the money that he was worth. We paid him money on the extension, so we're good to go. And then T.J. Hawkinson, I think he's an amazing athlete. He came in halfway through our season, joined the team, and has been nothing but fantastic for us in creating plays, making plays, getting touchdowns. So I'm happy that he's getting paid, and I'm happy that he's on our team because originally he came from the Detroit Lions, so we don't have to go against that threat anymore as far as the tight end side. Speaking on the Detroit Lions, they finished the season super well. They had a really good end to their season. So I'm actually interested to see how they play this season. If they can come out with that same fire, if they can come out with the same intensity, I got them being the runner-up in that division. If not, beating us to win it all, to win that whole division overall. But Bears, not too worried about them. Still want to see how DJ Moore is going to adjust while he's there. I watched DJ Moore. I believe it was where he was at Carolina, right, with the Panthers.
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah, I liked it there. Not a lot of production when he was there last season. I felt like
Baker, PJ Walker.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't
throwing him ball. Sam Darnold. It just wasn't the best fit.
Exactly. So so can't wait to see what he does. The Packers kind of in no man's land. They need a quarterback to step up. They need a wide receiver. I think they almost need everything on the board almost. What you think?
All right. So to be honest with you, Packers are the second best team in y'all division, by the way. All right. So here's my breakdown. For one, Packers probably got the most talent. If we go by, all right. So we go by. All right. Their defense. They have one of the top corners in Jair Alexander. They got some young safeties who's pretty good also. They have a very good defensive line also. Now they do underproduce a lot. I will tell you that. They do underproduce a lot. So I will give you that. Their offense with Chris Watson and Christian Watson and Aaron Jones, my bad, Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two pretty good weapons for Jordan Love to work with as far as starting off. So I mean they never mind.
They got talent on the board. Yeah, I was like, they got talent on the board, but I don't think they got more talent.
I'm gonna give them third because Detroit Lions might be just from what we saw last year. Detroit Lions was pretty good. Yeah. Now here's the thing: all y'all have shaky quarterbacks. I will tell you that all y'all have shaky quarterbacks. Justin Fields, I believe he's on the rise. There's not much I can go off with Justin Fields, given that he didn't have an offensive line. He didn't have an offensive line all wide receivers. I watched games where his wide receivers are dropping passes. And his best wide receiver last year was Mooney. So it's not much I can say about that. He got DJ Moore. I do think DJ Moore would be a big, big upgrade from Mooney, given that he can actually catch the ball, consistently. But I still got them at the bottom. I believe they're going to be more competitive. I will tell you that. They're going to be more competitive. But like I said, it's hard to analyze given that he didn't have a good offensive line. That's one thing you kind of need as a quarterback. And he didn't have weapons. So they really revamping their whole team, trading away Roquan Smith last season and everything like that. Trading Khalil Mack the year before. So they really revamping their whole team. So they just on the up. But I still got them last in the division. Packers third. I'm gonna go with y'all winning the division. I got the Lions second and y'all winning the division, but I do believe that the Lions will be in the playoffs. They're gonna be a wild card. So I got y'all winning the division. I do believe that Justin Jefferson has put himself top 2 in the league as wide receivers. It's depending on would you have to go with him or Tyreek, maybe Devontae
Yeah.
Adams. So I believe he separated himself and put himself in the upper echelon of wide receivers. I believe Kirk Cousins, he plays pretty good in the regular season. Playoffs is a whole different story. We'll give our playoff breakdown later. That's a whole different story, but will say he plays pretty good in the regular season. So I gotta give y'all it, but I believe it's gonna be a tough race as far as like it might be separated by like only 2 games.
And I think it'll be better, right? Because learning a whole new system as far as offense wise. Or our coach Kevin O'Connell coming in. You got to learn a whole new system, and you got to be kind of a perfectionist at it. I guess to add to how I feel about my team, watching that Netflix special, quarterbacks, whatever. Actually learning like how his thought process works. Of course, some mental errors, but ultimately him getting comfortable with a system again. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be just fine moving forward. And I still got us number 1, but yeah.
I do, but I think that Dalvin Cook will also actually gonna be tough. Also, I do
I
believe
don't
that.
think so. I don't think it's gonna be that crazy because he was splitting his touches with Madison already.
Yeah, but it's a difference when you split in touches and then you take the whole person away now.
That's true. Well,
So
production
many,
couldn't have been that.
so many bell cow running backs anymore. Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry. If you want to put Alvin Kamara in there, he's kind of going down right now. Christian McCaffrey. There's only so many of them now. But like I said, we about to go to the NFC West. We're gonna break down the playoffs later, by the way, so y'all stay tuned for that. NFC West, you got the Cardinals, you got the Seahawks, you got the Rams, and you got the 49ers. So let's hear your favorite and let's hear a breakdown why.
I think the maybe the obvious choice. I don't want to say obvious, but the one that probably everybody will go with is the 49ers. 49ers just have a stacked team, man. I like watching them play because they play like they want to run you in the dirt. So I got the 49ers coming out of there. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they do on how the offense looks. What's the quarterback's name that's in now? I think they just named him the starting quarterback again.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Yep, Brock Purdy. I'm interested to see what he does to start off the season since he ended it off so strong. He did an amazing job to come in. So interested to see what he does. The Cardinals, not too pressed about the Cardinals. Probably won't watch much of their football games, and not to count them out or anything like that. But I think they're missing a lot of pieces as far as like wide receiver, running back, and then the quarterback situation. I think always comes into question. Even though I like Kyle, but yeah, I think they definitely need a wide receiver. They definitely they're missing a couple pieces there. Seahawks. They're just kind of up in the air. No, who's their quarterback? I don't think they even have who?
Geno Smith. They just gave him a contract.
Oh, Geno Smith. Oh, never mind. My apologies. Yeah, let me put some respect on Geno and the Seahawks. My apologies. I got to get familiar back in my football brain. But Seahawks, I got another great push as well. Who was I talking to yesterday about the Rams? Somebody said the Rams still may have a chance. I believe they were talking about the rookies and the vets not getting along so much. But yeah, I don't. I'm not even going to count the Rams. They had a bad season last season, and it's kind of difficult to watch, especially with their home opener.
That
Who do you got?
I'm going 49ers.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we give our playoff thing later, I'll give a breakdown of why I got all these. But 49ers for sure, given that they're 49ers, Eagles might have the most talented rosters in the whole NFL. Okay, you talking about Debo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, you got Christian McCaffrey. So that's a weapon. That's 4 weapons on offense already. Not including, there are other people. Then you got I can't name all the names on defense. Nick Bosa is holding out right now, so we gotta see how that situation looks. But they still got some pretty good, you know, pretty good weapons on defense. Fred Warner might be the best middle linebacker in the NFL. Between him, Roquan Smith, possibly. And their defense is always top 5, always. All right. Now, the Miko Ryan's leaving might actually hurt them. I will say that might actually hurt them because you can already see Houston playing a better defense right now in the preseason. So that loss might hurt them. We will definitely see about that. And then my breakdown of the rest of the NFC West, the Cardinals. I just believe the Cardinals are on a rebuild, given that Kyle Murray looks like he looks like he hasn't found himself again. Like his confidence that he came in with, it doesn't seem like it's there. Now he's kind of getting injured at the end of the season because, his miniature size is a problem. Like he's kind of getting injured at the end of the season. Them losing DeAndre Hopkins is huge because I believe Hollywood Brown has to go into a wide receiver 1 role.
Yep.
Not sure if he's a wide receiver 2, if I'm being honest with you, but I mean,
seeing where he was before, it felt like he was kind of teetering, almost wide receiver 1. I'm a wide receiver 2, so it's kind of shaky on that front.
Yeah. Then you got Seahawks. Seahawks got Lockett and Metcalf at the wide receivers. They have a pretty good running back. I do forget his name. I'm sorry about that guy's name, but they got very very talented young defense. So, but the problem with their defense is they are young. So the double moves that wide receivers hit, they kind of buy on it, given that they thinking, hey, I'm gonna jump this pass or whatever, instead of just playing coverage.
Yeah.
And like I said, I do believe there's only gonna be one team out of that division that goes to the playoffs though. And the Rams have a lot to prove, given that after they won that Super Bowl, it seemed like they put all that money in that Super Bowl. Because Jalen Ramsey is gone now. He's with Miami. Aaron Donald, he's still dominant, but it honestly seems like he's pre-retirement right now. Now he might come off this year and be the best defense player in the NFL because he definitely got that talent. But right now,
for sure.
Yeah, right now it looks like he's like pre-retirement. Sean McVay, after they won the Super Bowl, it sounded like he was pre-retirement. Like he was like, okay, I mean, I did what I was set out to do. Matthew Stafford had a hell of a season his first year. He got injured last year, so he has to come back also. And Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown, he has to come back. So there's a whole bunch of comeback stories on that team. And for them to go against the 49ers with a comeback team, and let's be honest, 49ers have been in kryptonite for the longest. So you're asking a lot. So, like I said, I got the 49ers, but I do believe they're going to be the only team out of that division that goes to the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. So no hope for the Seahawks?
Seahawks, I think they're going to be vying for it, but like I said, when we give our playoff breakdown later, I'm gonna say why I don't think they will, because it's some teams in the NFC. Given that we got 7 teams now, like I said later, we got about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna give our playoff breakdown anyway. But we gonna end off with the NFC East. So this is the toughest division in the NFC. So you got your reigning NFC Super Bowl contenders, the Eagles. You had the Cowboys, America's team. You got the Giants, and you got the Commanders. So
yeah.
So who you got?
I would argue this is. I felt like last season, just watching these teams play, it was always like exciting, electrifying. Like these were the teams to beat. These were the teams to play. Of course, for the Falcons, for the Vikings, we had to play the Cowboys. I think they put up 41 points on us.
Yeah, they beat the brakes.
The Giants, they beat the brakes off of us. I think we barely got by the Commanders. we beat the Giants once, and I think we lost to them in the playoffs or something.
Yeah, y'all lost to them
These
first.
are all fantastic, amazing teams. For me, I think the Eagles they went crazy in the draft. They already had an amazing setup on the offensive side, defensive side. That's where they picked up a lot of big players. We talked about him, Jalen Carter earlier. Picked up Nolan Smith, two dogs. Also, Ringo. I think Ringo also was a Georgia Bulldog as well, and he
Yeah.
played amazing. He played amazing on Georgia. I remember watching him. You know, he's a ball hunter. He's gonna play the ball and he gonna hit. He gonna make big plays. So they picked up three great Georgia players that are gonna come in and take care of them on the defensive side, and then of course Jalen getting that big bag during the off season, which is fantastic. Getting that big bag. Who else? They got Devonta Smith. He's great. I want him to step up a little bit more, even though he had a solid year last season.
I
I
will
want
tell
him to.
you, he's arguably like the best wide receiver too in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Argu-
And I feel like he's almost teetering the wide receiver one role. Of course, we know who has that. AJ
Yeah.
Brown on the opposite side, but he's almost teetering that. Like, hey, y'all gonna have to cover me too. So it ain't gonna be no double teams over on him. Y'all gonna make sure y'all take care of both of us, because if not, it's gonna be a problem. So, but yeah, I like Devonta Smith. He's a great player. He got a lot of personality. He's gonna make a play. When you never know when he's gonna be able to make a play, but he's gonna get you one, at least once a game. So I do have the Eagles coming out of that division. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely have the Eagles. I do believe this is one division where it will be two teams in the playoff. Last
Yeah,
year it had three teams make the playoffs, and Cowboys made the playoffs, right? Yeah, the Cowboys
I
played
think
in.
so. Who did
It's
they play?
slipping my mind who the Cowboys played. But yeah, so I do believe there's gonna be three teams. I don't think the Giants make it this year. I got two teams. But yeah, I got the Eagles winning the division. Eagles are they're just loaded on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And like you got you got Jalen Hurts, who killed one MVP last year easily. You got AJ Brown. He's a top. I'll give him top 7 wide receiver in the league. Devontae Smith, arguably one of the top wide receivers too. You got DeAndre Swift coming from Detroit.
It's
I
a
believe.
crazy pickup.
Yeah.
That is a crazy pickup.
Yeah. So they just got, I believe it was an upgrade on Miles Sanders. I believe so. They got Rashad Penny also. They got him. So you add those two running backs with already a loaded team. They have a great offensive line. Then you got the defense. The defense was, if I'm not mistaken, that's #1 last year. And you
Mm-hmm.
add Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Ringo, and forgetting somebody else. But you had some more weapons to that one. The Cowboys defense will also be elite too. Them having he might be the best defensive player in the league. If not, he's definitely top 3. Because you got Nick
Micah.
Bosa. Yeah, you can't disrespect Nick Bosa, but yeah, Micah Parsons, he's elite. You got Diggs at one corner, and you got Gilmore on the other corner. So that's pretty two, good cornerbacks right there. Then you got Lawrence. I'm sometimes you should be slipping my name, but you got
Yeah,
him on the line also with Micah Parsons. Like their defense is definitely no slouch, and I think they're definitely gonna be top 5.
for
So
sure.
Cowboys, I'm gonna let this be known. I do not like the Cowboys. I'm going to let this be known. I do not like the Cowboys. But
How do you feel about what's his name? The quarterback saying he ain't gonna throw more than 10 picks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They said last year was the only year Dak was like throwing
Dak.
them picks, but my thing is, I do believe that he's my bad. All right, we got 10 minutes coming up, so we're about to break down this pretty quickly now. But I do believe that Dak is probably gonna throw more than 10 picks. I will tell you that because fact of the matter is they don't have Zeke no more, so you're not gonna be one of those people who just trying to run it down people's throat. We're gonna have to take chances. With chances,
Yep.
you throw some picks. Some quarterbacks are better than others as far as like not throwing picks. I just don't believe he one of those type of quarterbacks right there. And let me just give my quick breakdown of the Giants and the Commanders. Commanders, I believe they're going to struggle with their quarterback, given that Sam Howell. I mean, I don't know if he's that guy, but it's his first year, so we're going to see about that. He has weapons now. He's loaded with some weapons, so it's pretty much all on him to see what he does. And the Giants, the Giants are a team that's up in the air to me because the fact of the matter is, we don't know. Do you truly believe in Daniel Jones? Or, I mean,
they paid him, so
yeah, they should pay. They should pay Saquon that money. To be honest with you, it was a disrespect to Saquon. But and they lost a wide receiver too. They released them. So I said we're gonna see. But I'm sorry for everybody. We had to quickly break down the NFC East. Sorry about that one. But we wanted y'all to hear our playoff predictions. So this is what we get to now. Y'all heard all
yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah, y'all heard all of our favorites. So NFC East, you got the Eagles. That's one playoff team. NFC West. My bad, I'm sorry, y'all. NFC West, we got the 49ers. That's two
49ers.
playoff teams. NFC North, I had the Vikings, three playoff teams.
Yes, sir.
And NFC South, I got Falcons, four playoff teams. We got three teams left. All right, so first of all, I don't have anybody else from the NFC South making the playoffs, so we're gonna X that one off. So you don't even have to think about that. NFC North. Let's go with the Lions.
Have the Lions. I do have the Lions.
Okay, we got the Lions. So all right. NFC West. All right, here's the breakdown right here. Because here's where it gets tricky. Do we want to go with the Seahawks? Or do we want to go with two teams from the NFC East?
I'm gonna go Seahawks and then go Cowboys.
Okay. So you believe the Seahawks over the Giants. So that's basically what we're arguing. Seahawks are the Giants. So you think Seahawks have a better record than the Giants?
I do believe that. Who would you have?
I'm going to give it to the Seahawks just because of the division at the end. I will tell you that because the Giants do have to play the Cowboys and the Eagles.
Twice. They got to play the Cowboys and the Eagles. You got a disgruntled running back. Yeah, it's not. Okay, I'm interested to see what Saquon does this year because just because of the whole situation, I still believe he's going to play to the best of his abilities, of course. But how does that team dynamic change now? How does that locker room change? Would it be different if he, got all the money that he was asking for up front? Does he become because Saquon, was on a lot of people's fantasy boards. He was the running back. He was that guy last season. And
he was definitely that guy. That's why him not getting paid it's become a disrespect to running back because you basically asking them to come into the league, produce on minimum salary because your rookie contract, that's probably the least you're going to get paid. So you ask them to come in, produce, and then you want to franchise them 2 years. I think a running back's life expectancy is 5 years. So you franchise them. So I think that's 5 years right there.
Yeah.
If not, that's 4 years. So basically, like when it's time for contract time, you telling them, hey man, you pretty much about done.
You about done. You about the end of your expectancy, man. I don't know what to tell you.
They tell you thank you, but we got somebody else that's about to come in. We got next running back out of Alabama, Georgia, USC, something like that. And it's about to come in and take your spot. You can be out running back too. Split the carries and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was all right. So we did our playoff breakdown and stuff like that. Now we have 5 minutes left, so we're about to give our prediction on who we think is going to go to the Super Bowl and why. That's going to be our last 5 minutes. And after that, please make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video.
Yes, sir. What you got? What you thinking? What for all the bucks, for all the chips?
Okay,
who you got?
NFC Championship. I got a rematch. I got the 49ers and the Eagles.
Okay.
Got the rematch. This time I got the 49ers winning. And this is extremely hard. It's extremely hard because we're sitting over here thinking about two of the most loaded teams in the NFL. They are extremely low. And I don't know. I just don't know because everything is telling me to pick the Eagles, given that you saying Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy. So I'm going to pick Jalen Hurts. Man, it might just be a 49ers. I don't know who you got. Who was your NFC championship prediction?
I got the same two teams in the championship for that. But I have the Eagles coming out on top.
Who did you have in the AFC last week?
It's gonna be the rematch.
Yeah. Oh man. It very well might be. I'm going to sit over here and tell you I wouldn't be surprised if it's a rematch.
I wouldn't want a rematch, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, just because the Eagles didn't get any, like, they didn't drop down anything. They didn't lose major pieces. They only added major pieces. I think the pickup of Swift is crazy.
They lost a tackle, and I think the cornerback, either a cornerback or a safety, just got out for the rest of the year because he got injured before.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like
I still
don't
think that. I don't think that's enough for them for how much they gained. I don't think that's enough for them to fall out of the running of being in the Super Bowl again. The pickup of Swift, I think, is crazy that Detroit even let Swift go. But hey, it was whatever. I think they let him go for like nickels. You said what? They got it for what?
Yeah. Jameer Gibbs from Alabama.
Okay. But yeah, man, I think them having a running back that will be able to, I feel like, for one, get them down the field. Jalen got paid, got his money. AJ Brown's still an amazing player. I just think they have too many pieces, too many people that are hungry for them not to go all the way back and try to win it all. And I think the only team that could possibly beat them is Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. But they still do have to beat. They got to beat the Cowboys. They got to play the Cowboys twice for sure. Which has, like you said, their defense is ridiculous. I don't want to go against them ever again. As a Vikings fan, I'm like, man, I hated going against them last season because, for one, they beat the brakes off us. And then, two, we could not move the ball at all, whether that was us trying to run the ball or us trying to throw the ball. We could not do anything against them. But the Eagles were the same way. When we played the Eagles, we couldn't throw the ball. We couldn't run the ball. So, but, if I had to pick which one, I'd rather play the Eagles because I think they gave us a little bit more give than the Cowboys. But, yeah.
Yeah. I said just a little bit, but yeah. I said, so everybody, y'all heard our breakdown. Me, I got 49ers, Chiefs, Super Bowl, Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl. Y'all can comment. Let me know who y'all got. And we'll give another breakdown again next week. You got college football about to start, so about to watch some of that. So you're gonna hear a lot more breakdowns coming up. Just make sure y'all like and subscribe to the video. I am running out of time, so I will say see y'all next time, and thank y'all.
See y'all.